How's it going, YouTube? It's Lewis with Strictly Front Wheel Drive here. I'm getting ready to install the oil feed line on my Civic here. Just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing here. Don't mind all the leaves here. It's been a while since the car's been parked outside, but I wanted to show you guys where this oil line is. You see that hole right there next to the Allen bolt? That's where the sensor goes in. So I have that sensor in my hand. I just removed it. I used a 24 millimeter socket here. I used. They do sell, specific sensor, oil pressure sensor sockets, but that's what I have, so that's what I use. So now I'm getting ready to install the first piece into the block. This is the piece that goes into the block. I use Teflon tape. When you put the Teflon tape on, you want to make sure you go in the direction as if you were screwing something on it. If you go left, what's going to happen is once you start screwing on, the piece or whatever you're going to screw on, the Teflon tape might loosen up. So you want to make sure you go in the direction of the thread, so that way when it ends up, you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll end up so that way when you screw it, the Teflon tape actually holds on there and it won't loosen up on you. Alright, so I'll get back to you once I put this piece on. Alright, I got the fitting in there with the brass piece. See it there? Now I'm going to run the line. You want to tighten it. You don't want to crank on these things. It's already brass, so you don't want to strip the brass. You want to tighten it till it gets tight. What happened with me is I put the plug on the bottom. I tightened it till I couldn't no more. That plug was basically at 12 o'clock. So then I took my vice grip here and I just lightly, crimped it around it, and I just turned it until, I got a full turn of the fitting, and it ended up facing down. So now I'm gonna run the line right through the intake to one of the runners, and I don't know if you can see it down there. There it is right there. So I'm gonna run the line right through there, and tighten that up, get that all tight. I have to put the sensor on the end, like I said, button that up, and then I'll show you what it looks like after. Alright guys, the line is all routed. As you can see, it's on there. The pressure sensor's on there, and the electrical connector's back on. All Tefloned up, tighten up. Don't worry about how tight these things are. Just snug them, get them nice and snug. Like I said, it's brass, so you don't have to go over tight on it. It's just a good snug, nice tight fit, and because that's what the startups are for. Once you start it up, you're gonna check for leaks, and if it's leaking, then obviously you gotta do some tightening to do. So take your time, don't rush, and it'll get done. There's no rushing these things. The line, I'm gonna run it right here. I'm gonna fabricate a bracket here. I'm gonna run it here on the side. There goes my tool bag. And I'm gonna fabricate another bracket here with the line facing that way. Once I get the turbo on it, I'm probably gonna end up having to put a 90-degree angle fitting on it, depending on where it sits. But I'll worry about that once the manifold comes in. But yeah, this is the engine. GC Sports manifold. That's going to come off. Skunk 2 radiator. Skunk 2 hoses. D2 suspension, adjustable. Blocks fuel pressure regulator. I have braided fuel line all the way back to the tank. This is the Blox fuel pressure regulator. I haven't had any problem with these things. I think they work pretty good. All you gotta do is cut the fuel pressure regulator, the OEM fuel pressure regulator. It has a gasket in it. It's been working really good, so I won't change it if it works. So I will get back to you guys once I have the manifold and the turbo in. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like if you want, comment if you want. And I'll get back to you. Till next time, guys. Appreciate it.